everyone is having a great day. Alright, so we're going to go over the image formats that, make sure we're not losing a lot of frames. Okay, that should be good now. Okay, so we're going to go over the different image formats that are accepted on a web page. Excuse me, had a piece of gum. Alright, so the four are JPEG, GIF, PNG, and SVG. The next few sections will walk through ideal use cases for each of these image formats. Make sure you unzip these Moki images into your link and images project before moving on. Maybe they want us to do this. What is this? Extract to I thought I put it in here. Oh. So there's another folder, but can we refresh? Oh, this is my other one. Where did I... Oh, duh. Okay, well, okay, so let's do this. Okay, perfect. So we don't want to be in starter project, we want to be in here, and we want to be here, and here, and here, and let's just go ahead and do that. We can remove that, and I have a moth on my screen, and no moth on this one. Okay. Anyway, so now let's open this one. Yeah, I was gonna say we should still have dog, so we can kind of see what. Oh, okay. So JPEG, GIF moves. JPEG is static. PNG is also static. There seems to be more effects with the JPEG. And wow. SVG, huh? That's a lot of code. And it comes from a generator sketch. That is interesting. Okay, we'll have to learn more about that later. guess we can. Let's see what happens if we are in the about page and we add another image, huh? We're gonna add an image. Source is going to be .images and there. Alt equals. Oh, oops. Alt and SVG. That I don't know what it is yet. Right, boom, done. Save, and let's open that up. There it is. And that's what we got. Cool. And if we wanted to, right, we can just do this line, Control Alt Shift, right, and let's change it to all the other ones. So let's change this one to JPEG. Let's change this one to PNG and this one to GIF. Save that and reload. So now we should have our little buddies there. Pretty cool. Look what I just added. Oh, what you doing? Oh, I was saying, look what I just. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. So, JPEG images are designed for handling large color palettes without increasing file size. This makes them great for photos and images with lots of gradients in them. Let me actually turn this down a little bit. Sorry. It's getting a little loud. Let's see. This makes them great for photos and images with lots of gradients in them. On the other hand, JPEGs don't allow for transparent pixels, which you can see in the white edges of the image below if you look real close. And so, see all those transparency little things around them? So JPEG allows for an array of palette. Right? Is that what it says? A large color palette. Embed the smoky.jpg image in our image.html page with the following snippet. Image. Oh, okay. Let's do that. So the JPEG, we can put JPEG images are good for photos. Let's go look. Let's see what this does here. Right, is that what that does? Yeah. Thought so. Let's just copy that. Okay. GIF images. GIFs are the go-to option. Sorry, hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, do they want us to add it to here? The home page? Just putting it in the about page, but I don't think it matters. Or at least I hope not. Okay. So we learned about JPEG. GIFs are the go-to option for simple animations, but the trade-off is that they're somewhat limited in terms of color palette. Never use them for photos. Transparent pixels are a binary option for GIFs, meaning you can't have semi-opaque pixels. This can make it difficult to get high levels of detail on a transparent background. For this reason, it's usually better to use PNG images if you don't need animation. You can add this little guy to your images.html file for the following. So let's find our GIF and have an h2 and call this GIFs with a paragraph that's going to say GIFs are good for animations. So let's find our GIF. Turn it down?
Off.
Oh, you can if you'd like. There we go, we added that. PNG images are great for anything that are not photo or animated. For photos, a PNG file of the same quality as perceived the human eye would generally be bigger than an equivalent JPEG file. However, they do deal with opacity just fine, and they don't have color palette limitations. This makes them an excellent fit for icons, technical diagrams, logos, etc. Let's add this PNG image to our example project as well. Let's find PNG. Right here. And a paragraph for diagrams and icons. Alright, and we can put our image of Doggo. Where's JPEGs at? JPEG finishes. We can add that, and we can add Mr. Doggo. Let's. Or actually, I think we can. No. Oops, is it? Yeah. Okay. And to do that, at the end of the line, you hold Alt, and you can move it down a line. Very useful. So let's save this and see what that kind of looks like. No, see, well, this is a JPEG file. Svg Images. Unlike the pixel-based image formats above, Svg is a vector-based graphics format, meaning it can scale up or down to any dimension without loss of quality. This property makes Svg images a wonderful tool for responsive design. They're good for pretty much all the same use cases as PNGs, and you should use them whenever you can. These 300 by 300 pixel images were originally 100 by 100 pixels, but scaling them up clearly shows the difference between them. Notice the crisp, clean lines on the left SVG image, while the PNG image on the right is not very pixelated. Despite being a vector format, SVGs can be used exactly like their raster counterparts. Go ahead and add the SVG to your image, or images.html page. So let's go ahead and find. Say anything on this line? No. And I don't think we need this one anymore. Okay. Let's kind of keep these separated, huh? Okay, there we go. So we got GIFs, PNGs, JPEGs, and last but not least, we have SVGs. SVGs are amazing. Use them wherever you can. So now let's go see what our page looks like. About page. SVG, JPEGs, PNGs, GIFs. See, like, okay, so this is what they mean. So, like, the image quality stays the same, but look at the image quality of that one. See? Image quality is, this one's still pretty good, but it can handle pretty good. Okay. There is one potential issue with SVGs. For them to display consistently across browsers, you need to convert any text fields to outlines using your image editor, Adobe Illustrator, or Sketch. If your images contain a lot of text, like the fancy screenshots in this tutorial, this can have a big impact on file size. For this reason, internetingishard.com uses PNGs instead of SVGs. Even though SVGs are so awesome. Okay, well, that was a good read. What are the four main image formats? JPEG, GIFs, PNGs, and SVGs. Interneting is hard. Treatment on HTML links and images. So this is, let's add this to front end, and let's add this is the same one. Okay, let's remove this one and let's add this one. Exit out of here. What happened the day Google decided links including / for malware? Oh, let's read that. A typo led to Google's malware blacklist being applied to every site returned in its search results for an hour today. A simple human error was enough to lead Google to blacklist every search result it came up with for an hour today, giving users the image users the message, this site may harm your computer for every link it's applied. Wow. So updating the blacklisting system, human error. So that was fun. Mark complete. Hold on. Let's refresh the page. Uh-oh. I'm having an issue. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, so we completed. Okay, so let's do commit messages. This lesson will explain the importance of good commit messages, how to write them, when to commit, and why having a history of good commits is so important. This section contains a general overview of topics that you will learn in this lesson. How to write meaningful comment message. Why meaningful comment messages are important. When to comment. Are comment messages so important they deserve their own lesson? Yes. Let me give you a quick list of reasons why. When you are applying for jobs, employers will look through your projects on GitHub. Commit. Okay, I was saying it right. I don't know why that said it. Motherfucker, I started saying comment. To GitHub, and they will look through your commit history. Having good commits as a novice developer will help you stand out. Having good commit history or a message history will allow you or other developers working on your code to quickly see that changes were made and what changes were made and why. This is useful if a bug is found in the code that needs to be fixed. Having a good commit message history will also be helpful if you come back to a project you were working on after stepping away from it for a while. You likely will remember your thought process and changes made when initially writing out code. When to commit. A good way to view commit is like a snapshot of your code at the moment that commit was made. That version of your code up to the point will be saved for you to revert back to or look back at. When writing code, it is considered best practice to commit every time you have a meaningful change in the code. This will create a timeline of your progress and show that your finished code didn't appear out of nowhere. This means make a commit if you get a piece of code you are working on to function like you want it to. Fix a typo or fix a bug. As you gain experience, you will develop a better feel for what should be committed. There will come a time when you are working on a project and you finally get something just right. This would be a good time to commit. And then maybe 30 seconds to a few days later, it breaks. You have no idea what you changed, everything looks to be the same, and you don't remember editing that line, but alas, it isn't working how you want it anymore. You'd be able to go back through your commit history, either revert your code back to see to the last commit you made when you first got that part working, or go back and see what your code looked like at that point in time. This article, How to Write a Git Commit Message, covers all the main basis on how to write good commit messages. The whole article is great and informative, but the meat of the article is the 7 rules of a great commit message. How to write a Git commit message. Commit messages matter. Here's how to write them well. So here we go. Created main loop and timing control, enables config file parsing, miss bug fixes, code additions, edits, more code. Here I have code. My hands are typing words, hands. As the project drags on, my Git commit messages get less and less informative. Okay, gotcha. Introduction, why good commit messages matter. If you browse the log of any random Git repository, you'll probably find its commit messages are more or less a mess. For example, take a look at these gems. From my early days committing to Spring. Sorry guys, I'm just reading through this. Here we go. 7 rules. 7 rules of a great Git commit message. Separate subject from body with a blank line. Limit the subject line to 50 characters. Capitalize the subject line. Do not end the subject line with a period. Use the imperative mood in the subject line. Wrap the body at 72 characters. Use the body to explain what and why versus how. Alright. So separate the subject from the body with a blank line. Let's read through it. From the Git Commit. Though not required, it's a good idea to begin with the commit message with a single short, less than 50 characters, line summary the change, followed by a blank line, and then more thorough description. The text up to the first blank line in a commit message is treated as the commit title, and that title is used throughout Git. For example, Git format patch 1 turns a commit into email, and it uses the title on the subject line. Sorry. Dubs and some subs don't rub and drink at the pub. Thanks, Tunts. With your buddy named Bub, you saw me at the hub. Which hub you talking about? The hub. Using VS Code as your text editor, you should have set this up in the Git Basics section. Allows you to easily make multi-line commit messages, easily see the character length of each line, and will allow you to use VS Code spell check extensions to make sure your spelling is correct. Use an active voice fixed card generator. Avoid using vague commit messages such as saved or updated. Commit early and often. Knowledge check. So I want to do cool. So let's go to repositories. Cool. And it even shows like we're live. Would ask me later. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So we're able to do that now. We can. So we figured out we don't have to use all those commands, but it's useful to know how to do them, which I will probably have to look up later on. again because I don't fully remember right now. Okay. Love you. A well-written commit message, to keep it concise and everything, lets you know what the, like, I guess it summarizes it in 50 characters, right? So if you can put, like, let's say you have an article and you just had it just going straight down, but someone wanted you to have one article in like a small window on its own, right? So you put that new little snippet on the left side of the page, and you keep the main article centered on the right, you know, so you have like 1/3 of that snippet on the left, and then the 2/3 of the page is covered by something else. But it wasn't like that before, right? So now when you put added article to left side of page, or if you can make that smaller, added or box, 1/3 box left side, something like that, you know, just to let them know, okay, we have a box now of text on the left side, or articles, one article, or this article was moved here, main article stays on this side, kind of like a newspaper, you know. But how many characters should the subject line of your commit message be? 50 characters. So I like that. I can control the project recipes. It's time to pull out all the HTML knowledge you have been acquiring so far into practice. In this project, you're going to build a basic recipe website. This website will consist of, since we're going to be doing that, have our terminal open. So the website will consist of a main index page, which will have links to a few recipes. The website won't look very pretty by the time you finish, not unless you're into brutalist web design, that is. What is that? In its ruggedness and lack of concern to look comfortable or easy, realism can be seen as a reaction by a younger generation to the lightness, optimism, and frivolity of today's web design. Whoa. What is this? So I guess these are like people's brutalist design. No. That's wicked. Oh, well, let's not click any of that, right? Okay. It is important to keep in mind that this project is just to build your HTML chops. We will revisit this project in the future to style it up with CSS. As mentioned in the introduction to Git, you'll want to organize all your projects like a portfolio and link them to your GitHub so it can be seen by others. If you don't know how to set up a repository, follow the instructions found on Git Basic to learn how. To create a new repo for the first, so we're going to go to GitHub, and let's actually is there a way for us to delete this? I never mess with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this repository. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna go new repository. And we're gonna call this one Odin recipes. Right? Public. First project to make a website. Add a .readme file. And we're going to create a repository. Alright. Then, hold on, I have my handy dandy notes here. We're going to where are we at? Oops, wrong thing. Oh, okay. So we're going to copy that. So cd into repos. Okay, we're going to make a directory and we're going to call it Odin recipe, right? Odin recipes. Okay, yeah, Odin recipes. Boom. Right. So now we got Odin recipes. Go into project folder. So cd Odin recipes, and we're going to run git clone followed by the Control Shift V. Yep. There we go. And hit enter. You can now add files through. Oh, and then let's go ahead and open that. In here, yes, I trust the authors. It's my .readme. Okay. What else did it want us to do? Okay. So I did. We created a new repo. Yep. Now cd into the Odin recipe. Okay. cd Odin. Wait a minute. I might have done that wrong. Hold on. I did do that wrong. Oops. Oh. Whoops. Okay, so let's do this. Let's cd up a directory and let's remove Okay, I think I messed up. Hold on. Okay. Okay, now we need to git clone. There we go. That's what I meant to do. And then we can cd into here. And now we have a README file, and write a brief introduction describing what the current project is and what skills you will have demonstrated once you have completed it. You can also do this as a self-reflection at the end of the project, which is a good way to review what you have learned. So now let's do this, open it in code, and open up the README file. First project to make a website. I hope to learn. I think this project is going to have me create a list of things I will need to make something. Let's see how this goes. Sorry. Let's see how this goes. Okay. All Git, if you're having trouble, all Git commands need to be run from inside your projects folder. Did you forget to cd into the Odin projects folder? Ensure you're following the steps. Okay. For the workflow in the Git basic lesson. Workflow. What was that about? Oh, okay. Well, we can have that open for now. When writing code, it's considered best practice to commit early and often. Commit every time you have a meaningful change in the code. This will create a timeline of your progress and show that your finished code didn't appear out of nowhere After you've entered git push origin main, switch over to your browser and open your Git repository. You should now see all your files you just pushed. Okay, that's enough Git for the moment. Time to actually build stuff. Okay, within Odin repository directory, we're going to create a index.html file and fill out the usual boilerplate, adding Odin recipes to the body. Okay, so now we'll go in here and we'll do a doc type, HTML, and in here we're going to add lang English and a head that will have a in here meta with the car set of UTF-8 and a title of let's call it Odin recipes. Okay, and then we'll have a body. Oh, that's what I meant to put. Alright. Create a new directory within the Odin recipes directory and name it recipes. Oh wait, I didn't add the H1, did I? Odin recipes. Okay. Now, create a new HTML file within the recipes directory and name it. Okay, so now we need to create a recipes folder in here. So in here, let's see what we got now. So we're going to make a directory and call it recipes. Okay, and we saw it here as well. For now, just include an H1. Oh yeah, sorry. Create a new HTML file within the recipes directory and name it after the recipe it will contain. For example, lasagna.html. So let's go in here and let's cd into recipes and let's make a. What do we want to make? Let's make a pizza. Oh, it says we can find a recipe to use here. I say you can use the name of your favorite dish, or if you need some inspiration, you can find some recipes here. Oh. Let's do some ground beef recipes. That actually sounds good. Okay. So we won't call it pizza. We'll call it poor man's stroganoff. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna make stroganoff. Alright. Okay. For now, just include an H1 heading with the recipe's name and its content. Okay, so now we can go in here, create another one, HTML, head, body, meta, Garza, UTF-8, and a title of Poor Man Stroganoff. And an H1 tag with the, okay, Poor Man's Stroganoff. Back in the index.html file, add a link to the recipe page you just created. The text of the link should again be the recipe name. So now we're going to add a link. So I'll add an anchor tag and href to here. Poor Man's Stroganoff. The text of the link should again be the recipe name. Gotcha. Iteration 3, recipe page content. The recipe page should have the following content: an image of the finished dish under the H1 heading that you added earlier. You can find images of the dish on Google or the recipe site we linked earlier. Under the image, it should have an appropriately sized description heading, followed by a paragraph or two describing the recipe. Okay. So first, let's start off. We can go through this step by step. So the recipe page should have the following content: an image of the finished dish under the H1 heading that you created earlier. So we're going to go here. And you know what? We're going to get the image ourselves. Oh, maybe we can. Ooh. I wonder if it'll let us do that. Let's actually try that. And oh, no, actually that wouldn't work. Okay, hold on. So what I need to do is I need to save the image. And my repos, Odin recipes, and create a new folder in here. Poor Man's Stroganoff. Right, okay, so now we have an images folder. Okay, so now we added that. Add a link to the recipe page you just created. Oh, okay. Add a link to the recipe page we just... Okay, whoops, my bad. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna go to recipes, stroganoff. Okay. And we'll worry about that later. Excuse me, Tina. Let's open this in here. Why not? Is that wrong? Hold on. Okay. Hold on, Tina. Okay. The recipe page should have the following content. Alright, image under the H1. Okay. So we got that piece done. Right? Under the image, it should have an appropriately sized description heading followed by a paragraph or two description or two describing the recipe. Okay. Oh, whoops. Save. Let's close that one and that one for now. Actually. So far, I've created a link to a recipe page and that has an image on it underneath a heading. Okay, so under the image it should have an appropriately sized description. So let's see what we can do. Let's do an H3. Actually, let's call it, say, here's the recipe. Only take about 30 minutes to make and feeds a family of 4. Okay. By a paragraph or two describing the recipe. So we're going to need 1 ounce, 12 ounce package egg noodles, 1 pound ground beef, 1 teaspoon Greek seasoning such as Cavender's, salt and ground black pepper to taste, 1 teaspoon vegetable oil, 1 16-ounce package sliced fresh mushrooms, and 1 pint of sour cream. So step 1, we'll bring a large pot lightly salted water to a boil. Let's say it should only take about 30 minutes to make. prep time takes about 10 minutes. And then 20 minutes left to cook. Not only does it not take long, but it feeds a family of 4. Then we're going to have another paragraph. And we're going to put first you'll bring a large pot of lightly salted water to a boil. Cook the egg noodles in the boiling water until cooked through but firm to bite. About 5 minutes. Drain. Then you cook the meat over medium high heat until brown and crumbly. 5 to 7 minutes. Drain and discard grease. Then season your beef. Separate over medium heat. Oh, actually. Oh, okay. Well, okay, we wasted too much time doing that. Let's not do that. Let's just say this, because it says a paragraph or 2 describing the recipe. Under the description, add ingredients, heading followed by an unordered list. Alright. Let's add... Okay, let's make this an H2. And this an H3. Let's see how this looks. Ingredients. Right, and then we'll make an unordered list with, let's see how many there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 list items, so 7. The first one is going to be 1 12-ounce package egg noodles. I was going to say, oh, I can't. Well, let's just copy this, huh? So far, so good. Okay. And under the ingredients list, okay, yeah, that looked good, right? Yeah, that was a decent size heading. Finally, under the ingredients list, add a steps heading followed by an order list. So now we're going to create an order list, and I believe it was 4 steps, but let's go back. Okay, yep, 4 steps. And here we go. And let's refresh, and boom. But we forgot to add another header here and call it steps, right? Add more recipes. Add 2 more recipes with identical page structure to the recipe page you've already created. Don't forget to link to the new recipes on the index page. Also consider putting all the links in an unordered list so they aren't all on one line. Okay, so let's go back to the index page first, right? And let's add a heading, right? Let's call it links to some great recipes. And then we'll create the unordered list, and let's, oh, wrong thing. I did the same thing again that I was doing earlier. So damn, I just want to copy this. Okay, so let's try that. Oh, yeah, and we have to. Oh, okay, hold on. I want to redo that. Check this out. I keep forgetting to. Real quick. Let's actually create an empty space there, and then we can move it up. Delete that line. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to create a couple more pages, right? So boom. Oh, and let's go back to the Stroganoff page and let's do the same thing. Let's kind of do the same thing a little, right? Okay, let's look for. Alright, so let's go ahead and make another file in here, and let's call it curry.html. Okay, so we're done with that, but let's go ahead and link our new one, right? Recipes, oh, recipes, curry. Pakistani ground beef curry. And let's save that. Okay, so now let's go work on this one. Let's set it up again. HTML, head, body, separate those two, add some spaces there. I think I went to one too many. No, I didn't. Okay. Head, data, carset, UTF-8, and a title. Let's call it Pakistani ground beef curry. Right. Okay. I was just making sure. I forgot. This is what displays the title. Trying to. Oh, stop looking at food. Hey, you leave me alone, sir. I'm getting hungry though. Yeah, but no, this project's pretty cool. I gotta make recipes for this food. So, title Pakistani ground beef curry. The food looks good though, I ain't even gonna lie. I'd eat that. Oh, okay, and then in the head, no, sorry, in the HTML, lang, English, save, body, add a header. This one's gonna be Pakistani ground beef curry. With an image, and let's go ahead and come right here. Let me get that. Yep. Oh no. Nope. Move to trash. Delete permanently. Oh my. Hold on. Nope. You're not staying in mine. Okay. There we go. Save image as. And this one is Pakistani beef curry. Now we can save it. Okay. Now, image, source, images, boom. And then below that, we'll add a much to with how to make this wonderful dish. And give it an explanation. This is another I can't help it, bro. If this was a different project, it'd be a different story, but right now I gotta be looking at food, bro. This is another way to feed a family of 4. But this dish will take some time. Prep time starts. Prep time is about 10 minutes. Then it will take about 55 minutes to cook. But trust me, it will be worth the wait. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and add an H3 ingredients. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 list items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I might be faster, hold on. I wonder how this one records it. Let's see. I like that. Let's see if it works, because I think these are actual symbols. So we're about to find out. Hold on. So let's go. Oh, and at the bottom of these pages, let me see. Oh, whoops. I want to add I want to add another link. Back to recipe list. Click me to go back to recipe. Go back to the recipe list. Okay. And we're going to href. Okay, so let's see how this works real quick. So let's refresh the page. Poor man stroganoff. Oh, we want to go back to the recipe list. Boom. Great. Oh, we're still building our curry one. So let's go ahead and we saved that, right? So let's save it. Let's continue on with our curry. Okay, so we have that. Oh, yeah. So we gotta figure out how to change the size of image in HTML. Nice. Okay. So it looks good. Oh yeah. Again, let's add that same thing that we had here. Let's copy that. Okay. So now we can create an ordered list with list items in it. Let's go back here. Just going to be 2 items. Oh, we forgot to add the H3 again. Steps. Now let's do that. So, okay, so that one was curry. Oh wait, there was still more though, right? Let's add an H2. Cook's note. If omitting peas, you may want to add half cup of water. And H2 nutrition facts. Strong per serving. And there we go. I now have a list of recipes on the index page that I can click to go to whichever recipe that I want. I even added a link to go back to the index page at the bottom of the recipe pages. Okay. And let's make one more, right? Let's make one more dish. Just have 3. This time let's do a lasagna. Kind of like the... Oh. Let's do... I'm not really a soup guy. Ooh, I like chicken noodle soup. Let's try this one. Okay, so okay, we're done with the curry. Now let's set up a soup page. Doc type, HTML, head, body, meta, charset, etf8, and create a title. It's going to be called Chef John's Homemade Chicken Noodle Soup. And this is going to be an H1 tag with the same thing in it, which will C. Boom. Oh, and we can't forget the HTML file. We actually need to make a copy of that, put that in here, and instead of it going to curry, it needs to go to soup. Alright. And just to oh, and let's all right. So we're going to create an image. Source is going to go into the images, shift on soup, and let's see how that goes. Not bad. What size is this right now? It's 960. Let's do it in a height and a width, and let's do it at 500 by 500. And let's refresh that. There we go. Let's fix that for all of these, huh? Inspect. I know I put it in 800 by 800 now. What if we change that? That's what we're gonna need to do. So stroganoff or curry. Let's change it to 500, just to make it nice and good. And the stroganoff. Let's do the same thing. Image, height, and width. 500. 500. Okay, so let's refresh everything. Not bad, not bad. Go back to cool. Okay, and okay. Let's exit out of the stroganoff. We're still working on soup. Alright, So now we got the soup, and now we can add an H2. How to make this lovely soup. Okay, and let's add a paragraph. Prep time takes about 20 minutes. And about the same to cook, for a total of 40 minutes. You can feed a family of 8. Okay. And then we're gonna do an H3. My hair is brown, not black, like a dark brown. Dude, your hair looked like back when we were in high school, like emo kid. I'm just playing. Dude, no, your hair's getting long though, bro. Like real long. God damn it. Ingredients. And then we're gonna create an unordered list with one. I gotta see here. What do we got? One. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 list items. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And then we're going to make an ordered list with 4 steps. And then again, I want it at the very bottom, just like this one. We're gonna copy this one and put it in our issue page. And let's go ahead on each one. Right, and then let's do height 250 and width 250. Like, can you do that? Hey, you just follow me on Twitter. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, Hostelis. I appreciate that. Okay, so far so good. And then we can click to each one. Thank you for the support. Okay, so this has been a long live stream, but I'm getting very far. I think I'm almost done. Actually, I think I am done. Okay. Add 2 more recipes with identical page structures to the recipe page you've already created. Don't forget to link the new recipe pages in the index. Also consider putting all the links in an unordered list so they aren't all in one line. Viewing your project on the web. If you want to show your work, the project to others, or submit a solution below, you'll need to publish your site so that others can access it from the web, rather than just on your local machine. Oh, let's go ahead and cd up a directory. And let's go ahead and do git add. Alright, so and let's do git log. Oh, sorry, git log. Okay, there's git log, and then there's git status. Okay, so there's these. git commit. Okay, so enter the commit message for your changes. First commit with all new changes, or with all new files. No, never end with a period. And then Control O. Right, Control C. Okay, so that's why we're gonna need. Okay, hold on. Gosh darn it. Oh yeah, we don't need that no more. Okay, let's just yes. I don't remember seeing this. So let's go ahead and let's cancel. Let's not. Okay, so git commit m. if you want to show, okay, so finally, alright, if you want to show your work, the project to others, or submit a solution below, you'll need to publish your site so that others can access it from the web on your local machine. The good news is that you have GitHub. GitHub allows you to publish web projects directly from your GitHub repository. Doing this will allow you to access your project from your GitHub username. There are a couple ways to go about doing this, but the simplest is make sure that your main HTML file of your project is called index.html. If it is not, you'll need to rename it. Go to your GitHub repo on the web, click on the settings button, click on pages on the left, change source from none to main branch, and click save. It may take a few minutes. The GitHub website says up to 10, but we've seen it take up to an hour. Do not add a theme to your project, or you may have Git conflicts. Instead, be patient, but your project should be accessible over the web from your Git username. Okay, so while that writes over, okay, there we go. Now we can actually see what we recently pushed. Added more to README file. So now we can see what we've done, but we can go. See, now we got past 3, right? Initial commit, and then added necessary files, folders for website. Added more to README file. Very cool. Okay, so I need to go to settings. Cancel. Settings. Okay, what is it telling me? Click on the settings button from the panel at the top. Click on pages on the left sidebar. Pages. Source from none to main. Right? And click save. Save. Oh, okay. So it's going to take some time to get uploaded, but we finished our first project. I want to add my solution. And when it comes live, we can go edit it. Or, well, let's actually add that as well. So now, let's just go ahead and add that there, even though it is not there yet. Okay. Let's go back to my home page here. Alright, okay, so mark complete. Very, very cool. Alright, now we're in the foundations of CSS. Let's actually go to our dashboard real quick, because we're Our internet's hitting a pretty big lag spike right now. Oh, cool. You can actually see our project submissions. Nice. I really like that. Okay. So, before we end it here, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. It was really cool getting this project done. I think we're going to change the title of this one. This is going to be completing the HTML this was cool. Cool little project. Oh, I didn't get to see it. Oh, sorry, Dunce. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys for tuning in. And hopefully we can get to the next project soon, right? And just let's go look. Where are we at here? Whoa. Everything's going real slow. Okay, let's actually exit out of that. Okay. Not what I meant to do. I just want to see. Go back to my dashboard. Okay, there we go. I wanted to see what I had left. Okay, so CSS Foundations. So we learned about CSS, the box model, block and inline. And then we'll learn some Flexbox. And then do our landing page project. And then when we get to JavaScript, and then backend, and then we'll choose our path. Okay. So we're getting really far. I'm really excited. Okay, again, thank you guys for coming in and watching and tuning in. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. Thank you. Those that watch this in the future, I appreciate you watching. Hope that you're learning. Hope that you're getting a lot. I know I get quiet sometimes, but right now where I'm at, it's early morning. I'm tired, but I'm just, like I've said in the introduction to this whole course, which is a different playlist, I'm doing this to help me stay motivated, and for those that want to get motivated or work along with me, and I may get quiet, but it's because I'm focusing, and this isn't really like fully entertainment purposes. This is all documentary. This is all to show my progress as a full stack developer. Again, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Have an amazing day.